Hey folks, welcome to Hangtown now. We're in Northern California, round 2 of the Pro Motocross Championship. This is your Monster Energy weekend preview. And we have so much news to report because round 1 of motocross, everyone comes in guessing on how they feel, how their bike feels. Round 2, they all think at least they got some ideas from round 1 and hopefully some improvements. So we're going to show you riders actually on track today at press day. We'll show you some action behind us as local riders like Max Volan try to vault to the podium for the first time this year. And we'll also get some insight from Honda HRC team manager Lars Lindstrom, because there is breaking news from the Honda pit with Chase Sexton at least being out for this weekend. We'll talk to the dominant man in the 450 class, the sensational Jet Lawrence, about his hopes here for round 2. We'll talk to the Frenchman Tom Vial, coming over from the MXGP series, and what he felt like the first AMA motocross round was for him. And also Hayden Deegan as well, who's made big changes to his bike, even though he rode very well and got to the podium at round 1. So enjoy your Monster Energy weekend preview.
Yeah, definitely coming into Fox, I was like coming off Supercross to get podiums like that. As an athlete and as a rider that wants to win really bad, you see that stuff and you don't want to get anything worse than a podium. So basically coming to that round, first moto, I wasn't too happy that I fell early in the race, but I was able to make my way back up to 6. Had to put some heart into that moto, and then second moto got a better start. So I was able to run where I feel like I can run, and yeah, I just did a lot of work this week testing and stuff, so hopefully that will pay off for this week. And yeah, I definitely want to be in the fight up front for sure.
So how was that transition from Supercross to motocross being kind of the first full year? How was that for you?
Oh, I mean, yeah, the transition, Supercross it's a full season. You don't have any breaks. It's you got to really work on recovery. I'm a kid still, so I have a lot of energy in me. And yeah, but I mean, transition was good. We had a weekend off to get all cut over, but yeah, I'm excited. Hunter. I think that's anyone's goal right now. I mean, I don't think anyone really wants it as bad as how bad I want to beat those guys. But yeah, I mean, definitely the guy that's winning you want to beat. That's my goal.
So after a good weekend like that, you get podium. I'm sure there is a little podium bonus. What do you buy yourself? What do you splurge on?
Basically, shoes. That's where most of my money goes. I'm paying for part of my house right now so that eventually you can sell it and I can make money off that too. But yeah, shoes.
What kind of shoes we copping?
Nike, like some, like some Off-White, Jordan 4s, Dunks, SBs, all of them.
All right, we podium this weekend. What are we buying?
After, more shoes. Just keep stacking up the money and getting some nice shoes. But yeah, we gotta save the money too, be smart, invest it, and keep making more too.
Track, to be honest, the track at the end of the moto is pretty tough. We have also track in Europe, in GP turf. It's more like sandy track, to be honest. Like when we go to a sand track, it gets really rough. But there's a lot of guys riding the all day in pro motocross, and the track get rough, and they actually don't touch the track the all day. So it's the same from the morning till the end of the day, so it's pretty tough. It's muddy in the morning and dry in the afternoon, so that's the biggest things, especially for the setup of the bike, to get used in the morning and to have a different dirt in the afternoon. Yeah, usually more dry.
How much do you think you were messing with the bike all day from the muddy conditions to then the hard pack?
Yeah, to be honest with you, first moto I almost didn't ride. I struggled a lot with the suspension of my bike. I was a little bit too hard, so I couldn't ride. The guys were passing me and I couldn't do much. But we made some change with the team, second moto, and was way better. I could fight and finish third. So of course disappointed a little bit. I was third in first moto, and I think I could have done a good result. But we made some change in the week and ready for Hangtown now to do better.
What was the main thing you focused on this week, coming off of what you learned last week?
To have two good practice, I think the morning is pretty important. Last week I had a crash in practice, so I hurt a little bit my legs. I didn't start the day really good, so I'm gonna start to try to start it better today. Tomorrow the day.
So how was that transition from Supercross then into Motocross, being this your first year?
It's pretty tough, you know. I never done that before. All those guys, they are used for many years to switch between Supercross and Motocross. It's two different series, and in Europe I'm only doing Motocross. So before the first race, we already have done 2, 3, 4 months of preparation with the bike, so we are much more ready. And it's pretty tough. We actually had 2 weeks between the last Supercross and the first Motocross, so it was tough, to be honest.
Yeah, the weekend obviously went pretty incredible, to be honest, both with the 250 class and the 450 class, obviously. Hunter was banged up a little bit from a practice crash he had earlier in the week, so we were kind of unsure how he was going to be. And he was able to really just pull through, even after the first moto, kind of getting... he didn't have a bad start, but then he got kind of stuck around, with a few guys and had to come from about 10th. And he did that really, really well with that stacked class to get third. And then the second moto, obviously, whole shot and win. It was incredible. And then the 450 class, the first moto, watching Jet, that was pretty unreal. Chase obviously was he was kind of banged up from his practice crash, which was pretty big, and but luckily he was able to get it figured out and get into second and start matching times with Jet, and then the second moto was obviously it was hard not to have a smile on your face because it was really, really fun to watch, and both of those guys both of them with perfect technique, a little different riding style, but not too different, and so it was just a pleasure to watch. Yeah.
How are they? How is their relationship under the tent, being kind of 1 and 2 guys going into this series?
I mean, they've always had a relationship that has been good. I'm not sure. They're a little bit different in age too. Jet is a young 19-year-old kid, and Chase is probably a little bit gotten a little bit mature for a 23-year-old. He's had to grow up pretty quickly, become the captain of the team, captain deal. So I'm not sure if they exactly see eye to eye on a lot of things, but they joke with each other and mess around, and I think Chase shakes his head, and so does Hunter, of course, to him and Chance. But we, for example, we did an escape room recently, and it just dropped this week on our Honda Racing Instagram and website, YouTube thing, and they were in the room together. So I mean, they had to work together, and they did great. They were laughing, having a good time, having to communicate, which, obviously we know that Jet was going to be going to a 450, and it's all good. Both of them have a great personality, and but now, they're both racing the same class. They're rivals. It's just natural that they're not going to be as tight as they were before, right? So, so far, we haven't had any run-ins or anything like that, and maybe we will, maybe we won't, but I guess we'll just have to find out.
So we're obviously missing the 2-3 this weekend. What can you tell us, about the week and the decision to sideline him for this championship run?
Yeah, this week on Tuesday he had to get off that. I don't think it was huge, but it was just right, where it got him, and he was able to hit his or unfortunately hit his head, and so yeah, pretty dang upset, or bummed about it, bummed for him mainly, bummed for the team, and really just bummed for the fans in general. I know that everybody was looking forward to watching them battle just like we were, and make it really interesting. Obviously with how quick Jet was and how dominant of a weekend he had, and then chasing that second moto right there with him. We were looking forward to them really chasing each other and having, putting on a good show for everyone. So, yeah, pretty devastated that he's not going to be here, and that it's going to be tough for him for the championship now. And really, really wishing him the speedy recovery and that he's back soon.
Do we have an estimated time of maybe when we expect to see him back?
I think that he definitely wants to be back for Colorado next weekend. And I really hope we can make that happen, and that he's able to recover quick enough. And then we'll see. If it's longer than that, by the next weekend, and then we have a weekend off. So I'm really hoping it's not going to be too long, and really hoping to get him back on track and keep charging.
I didn't really have much of an expectation in the first place. It was kind of just to go out there and see where I end off at, and we end up getting just 2 really good starts, and it's gone from there. So we obviously set the expectations pretty high for this weekend now. So it was a good and bad thing. We're looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously your teammate's not here this weekend. What kind of emotions were running through your head when you found out?
Yeah, obviously it's a sucky thing with Chase hitting his head like I did on Saturday and also on Tuesday. So it's a bummer thing. It's one thing just with a sport that can happen. It sucks. But no, there's still a lot of main guys out there. We have Dylan that's getting better and better each weekend. Coop, he's a 2-time champion, so he'll know how to get better and better. Same with Dylan. He's won this championship before, so he'll get better and better, and he doesn't quit. Then we got our cowboy friend AP. He doesn't quit, and then obviously AC's just getting better and better. So there's still so many guys that are still coming. So it sucks that Chase out, but I still got to worry about a lot more guys.
Was there anything that maybe surprised you that you say maybe didn't expect during the race last week and that you worked on this week?
I didn't really expect the first moto to go how smooth it went. I think that got my expectations up really high, and the second one was with Chase being right there, I was like, oh, it was a little different. So I think I got lucky with that, but there wasn't exactly one thing we worked on. There's still multiple things to obviously try and get better on the bike and all around stuff.
All right, enough about Moto. We asked your brother this last weekend. What did you do with your championship bonus? We buying cars, houses, watches, shoes?
I bought a car. We bought a car, but we're gonna keep that hush until we get back.
We ever gonna see it?
Maybe, we'll see.